Hey, it's Alpha Omega 11 Charlie. Today we're going over the King George Tier 6 British battleship. So as we move into the action here, let's go over some real facts about the King George. It was commissioned in 1940. It fought on all the fronts, the Atlantic, Pacific, the Mediterranean, the British home fleet. It was all over the place during World War II. In May 1941, along with HMS Rodney, searched the Atlantic boundary into Europe and searched for the German battleship, the Bismarck. But we don't find the Bismarck, we find another King George out here. So we're going to start to get our bow out to him. When the British fleet did finally find the Bismarck, the King George fired 339 rounds just from its 14-inch guns, and over 700 rounds of its 5.25-inch guns. And that's just insane. And now I'm trying to find some targets for my 14-inch guns. There's a ship there. I'm kind of waiting behind this island, because there's a big opening past them. But I have Madden as my commander, so my range isn't the greatest. So I'm slowly creeping up, trying to get a shot on there, George. Looks like he's gonna creep past that island, so I'm just waiting for him to go by, making sure there's no ships gonna shoot at me when I send these rounds out and reveal where I am. So as soon as I get detected, I'm gonna fire my cannons. Now I'm gonna accelerate, because now my plan is I'm gonna cut around that island, get my bow on them, battle tank them, and me and this cruiser should be able to take him out pretty quick.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target. Fighter returning to ship.
So now, looks like some torpedoes hit him. So we're chewing him down pretty quick. He should have never came past those islands. This is why I didn't go past those islands. So he has AP loaded. He hits us with a decent shot before he goes. But the beautiful thing about these British ships is that healing, man. It's almost like it didn't even happen. So we find New Orleans over to our left. He looks a little lonely, so we're going to send some 14-inch pillows of love at him. Then we spot this New Mexico broadside, which is always so appealing. So that New Orleans removed himself. So now I'm just going to focus on this New Mexico. If that New Orleans is probably like a Aoba or a Myoko, I'd probably keep him in the back of my mind, but he's not going to come out and smash my citadel or drop torpedoes on me, so I'm just going to not even worry about where he's at. I'm just going to try to outmaneuver this New Mexico. So I get a little battle angle going. I go right to stay away from those islands in the middle, because I don't know what else is lurking around. And might get a shot out on something before Atlanta. He eats a torpedo. And now I got the New Mexico again. So he's turning all the way around. I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting him to be more kind of sitting behind that island. But this works out for me too. It doesn't really matter. Just had to change my shot a little bit. Then our warm fluffy pillows catch him on fire, which is always good. So now we're pumping the brakes because he got some help screaming in here from the left. In the battleship, it's always good to keep less things shooting at you, really in any ship, but I think people don't pay attention too much to where they're actually positioning their battleships and find themselves in problems. And this destroyer, this is the second time he's given a battleship a bloody nose in this game. And this game doesn't really stand out for me stat-wise or anything, but I really liked how me, this cruiser, and the destroyer really like work together. Like, look at them coming across, putting smoke in front of me now. I'm not really worried about it because I'm still gonna have my spots because he's gonna see him or the cruiser's gonna see him. I mean, I'm still gonna be protectable, but I appreciate the thought.
Fighter airborne.
So I take the George out quick. Looking at my teammates. The Atlanta's probably doing the worst. We're all kind of doing alright. I'm doing pretty well too, so I'm back at shooting that New Mexico.
Main turret critically damaged.
Yeah, I don't care what that New Orleans does. I really don't. He could try to ram me. He could do whatever the hell he wants. I'm not even gonna. Whatever. I'm on this New Mexico. My secondaries let him on fire. Yeah, if you're in a BB, yeah, your secondaries are actually pretty useful. Maybe not on the lower tiers, but when you're getting up there, they do damage per second pretty good, man. I wasn't looking at him trying to get my cannons on him. I was looking at him because I wanted to see those torpedoes just smack him. You know, they've made us stop a couple times, but me, this cruiser and destroyer, are just bullying them right back to their base. They're just not having any of it.
Fighter returning to ship.
I like to get my battle angle going early, just because like getting that full salvo out and then being able to turn to minimize the damage I receive. And the George, or really any British battleship, I don't really play island hopping. I do that more in like the American and the Japanese, but in the British, like their armor's pretty good, so I tend not to get citadeled against too often, as long as you have a decent angle going. And like in this video, like we're just bullying them back. Like I haven't got any kills yet, but I've done 53,000 damage now with just HE. So like, as the George, I like to think of myself as like the battering ram. Breaking the line. And we're not talking in game chat. You know, we're not in division with this Atlanta destroyer. They're just kind of chilling by me. Like they could just outrun me and leave me here, but they've been with me the whole time. And that's what's going to be a reoccurring thing you'll see after this update for that team play. You know, this is what's working. So I'm gonna start settling my ship here now. Right outside their base, they got the Atlanta and the George there. Not really sure where the other two are, but we want to take this New Mexico out of the game now. Like we've been kind of peppering him for a while. It's time to just kind of get him out of here. So I'm kind of making sure nothing's coming up on our butts now. I'm a battleship sitting here, so they probably would have shot at me. It's kind of an enticing target. I do love the sound of the King George's cannons. It was the first cannons that actually like sounded different to me. And then he just drives. I don't know if he just wasn't looking, or if he just left, man, because he just drives straight into that island. He had a little rebuttal. He had a little back talk to say what was going on to him. Well, we finally get him out.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship. Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Now we just gotta capture the base and it's game over.